On Fifth Avenue, nestled in the heart of a quiet neighborhood, stands a Walmart that many locals frequent. It's a typical day, and Officer Henry Winters, a member of the Maplewood Police Department, has just finished his morning patrol. After a long shift, he decides to step inside the store for a quick drink of water. Little does he know, this ordinary visit will take an unexpected turn. There, he crosses paths with Nancy Westlake, a well-known, friendly member of the community. What seems like a simple shopping trip quickly becomes something more when Henry, suspicious and quick to judge, accuses her of shoplifting. But what happens when a police officer lets his biases cloud his judgment? Stay tuned as this story unfolds and reveals the true cost of assumptions. If you enjoy real stories about justice, fairness, and accountability, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. After finishing his patrol around the Walmart parking lot, Officer Henry Winters of the Maplewood Police Department decides to stop inside the store to grab a quick bottle of water. As he strolls through the aisles, his gaze lands on Nancy Westlake, a quiet, hardworking, and well-respected member of the community. Nancy is someone who's always polite and friendly, known for keeping to herself and working tirelessly for her family. On this particular day, she's simply picking up a few items, just a jar of peanut butter and a loaf of bread. But as Henry watches her move through the aisles without a shopping cart, suspicion starts to build. His mind races. Why isn't she using a cart? Could she be trying to sneak out without paying? With these thoughts clouding his judgment, Henry makes the decision to confront her, assuming the worst. Officer Henry Winters, now filled with suspicion, approaches Nancy with a stern expression, his voice sharp as he questions her about her shopping habits. "Ma'am," he starts, his tone accusatory, "I don't see a cart or basket. Just walking around, holding items. What's going on here?" Nancy, a little taken aback by the abruptness, glances at the jar of peanut butter and loaf of bread in her hands, before calmly responding. "I'm just shopping," she says, her voice steady. "I didn't get a cart because I'm only picking up a couple of things, and I'll be heading to the checkout shortly to pay." But Henry is not convinced. His hardened perspective from years on the force leads him to believe that this is a simple case of theft. He crosses his arms, his expression unyielding. "Sure, that's what they all say," he sneers. "But I know better. You think you can just take things without paying because no one's watching. Hand over what you've got." Nancy, though clearly frustrated by the unfairness of the situation, remains calm and composed. She knows this moment isn't just about the items in her hands. It's about the principle of being unfairly judged. She stands tall, making no move to hand over the goods. "There's no need for this," she says, her tone firm but respectful. "I'm just trying to buy some things for my family. If you'd like, I'll head to the checkout right now so you can see for yourself." Despite her peaceful response, the tension rises. Shoppers in the aisles begin to notice the confrontation, murmuring among themselves as the scene draws more attention. The atmosphere grows thicker as Henry stands firm, unwilling to back down, and Nancy refuses to be intimidated, her composure unshaken. As the tension builds, a Walmart employee named Carlos steps in, sensing something's not right. He looks at Nancy and then back at Henry, his voice calm but firm. "Officer, I've seen this woman here countless times. She's a regular customer. She's never caused any trouble." But Henry, determined to make his point, dismisses Carlos's words with a sharp gesture. "I know what I'm doing," he snaps. "I caught her red-handed." Nancy, staying calm in the face of the growing crowd, suggests a solution. "How about we check the security cameras to clear this up?" she says, her voice steady, making it clear she has nothing to hide. Henry hesitates for a moment, then reluctantly agrees. In the security room, the footage is pulled up, and as it plays, it shows Nancy moving through the aisles, calmly shopping and inspecting items. There's no sign of her attempting to steal anything. It's clear to everyone watching, she was simply shopping like any other customer. Then, in a calm but powerful moment, Nancy reveals her true identity. "Actually," she says, pulling out her badge, "I'm not just a shopper here. I'm Sheriff Nancy Westlake with the Maplewood Sheriff's Department." Henry's face pales as the realization hits him. He's just accused and tried to bully a fellow officer. The room falls silent as the weight of his mistake sinks in. Humiliated, Henry stammers an apology, but Nancy remains calm, cutting him off. "Your actions weren't just a mistake, Officer Winters. They were the result of bias and prejudice. You judged me based on nothing but assumptions." Henry tries to justify himself, but Nancy's words hang heavy in the air. At that moment, the store manager enters, having heard about the situation. He quickly assesses what's happened and turns to Nancy. "Sheriff Westlake, is there anything we can do to resolve this?" he asks, his voice sincere. Nancy nods, her tone firm but composed. "I think Officer Winters needs to learn that actions have consequences, especially when those actions affect someone's dignity." The fallout for Henry is swift. An internal investigation is launched, and he's suspended without pay pending further review. The department quickly realizes the damage to his career, as his behavior has not only hurt his reputation, but also undermined public trust. Meanwhile, Nancy's quiet stand for justice inspires others in the community, including Carlos, the Walmart security guard, who sends her a letter thanking her for standing up for herself and others who have faced similar mistreatment. Though Nancy doesn't seek recognition, her actions spark important conversations about fairness, accountability, and the need to challenge assumptions. This story is a powerful reminder that standing up for yourself, even in the face of adversity, can lead to positive change. Nancy Westlake's calm yet firm response to unjust treatment didn't just clear her name, it sparked a conversation about bias, accountability, and the importance of not letting assumptions guide our actions. In situations like these, staying true to yourself can make a difference not only for you, but for the community as a whole. What do you think about Nancy's response to this unfair treatment? Have you ever had to stand up for yourself in a tough situation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting and thought-provoking stories. Stay tuned for more.